What is up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. Here we go, guys. On demand liquidity XRP. We are so very close, guys. 755 million in 4 seconds. While the cryptocurrency community may have its doubt over Ripple's XRP cryptocurrency, banks seem to be enjoying its perks. A reported 755 million worth of XRP was transferred in 4 seconds and cost only 1 cent. That is absolutely crazy. Showing you the utility of XRP right there, guys. And this is banks that are using it, right? He's saying that just in front of you, just showing you the real utility of XRP. Does this sound like something that will crumble? Does this sound like something that will not solve this liquidity crisis, guys, that we have? Please open your eyes, guys. There are still people there that think that nothing is going to happen with XRP. I know some XRP holders have commented over Paul's statement to Laura that SEC versus Coinbase isn't Coinbase fight alone, but all of cryptos. Some believe Coinbase comment is 2 years too late after delisting XRP. But regardless of the timing, Paul is 100. Let's take a look.
This is not just a fight for Coinbase. This is a fight for all of crypto. If responsible actors with serious AML and KYC programs publicly listed that are filing petitions for rulemaking and attempting to engage with the government can be treated in this fashion, nobody else is safe either. And I think it's important to understand that this is not just a shot at Coinbase. This is a shot at crypto as a whole. And so we will certainly do our part to defend against what we think is massive overreach on the part of the commission. But it's not just a fight that Coinbase has to fight alone. This is really something that all of crypto, I think, needs to pay very careful attention to. And we're going to make sure that all of these issues that we're dealing with the SEC are explained and disclosed and described to the public as a whole.
Now, this is key what he's saying, guys. He's saying we're going to make sure that all of these issues are explained to the public. What does that mean, guys? That means there has to be some kind of something that will show the public the clear rules of how they determine what is a security, why is it a security, and all these things. And what do we have now? We have the XRP lawsuit, right? The XRP lawsuit will paint a clear picture. After it's finished, it will paint a clear picture for future crypto companies. It will show you how it has to be done. That is the whole reason of this lawsuit, guys, I'm telling you. Now, you may not agree with me, that's fine. But that is the main reason for this whole lawsuit. Think about this. XRP will be like the example for the whole industry as to how they have to be regulated. And they will always refer to this lawsuit that has been taking for over 2 years now and is almost finished. Right? It was not easy. IMO, Ripple, and XRP were viewed as regulatory sacrificial lambs. Coinbase promoted the hell out of XRP's utility with USDC for moving money internationally and gave a presentation to the SEC in January 2019 that XRP was not a security, then listed XRP in February 2019. When Coinbase listed XRP, it did not believe XRP was a security. It, in fact, gave a presentation to the SEC that XRP was not a security. Coinbase intended to go public soon after listing XRP and did not want to list something the SEC believed was an unregistered security. Clearly, if the SEC even hinted that it believed XRP was a security, Coinbase would have never listed it because Coinbase needed the SEC blessing and approval in order to go public soon thereafter. The SEC said nothing. Now, guys, I want you to understand this. Look at this. How can the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission of the United States, behave this way, right? It is not possible. This is literally an unheard of scenario. And the only explanation is that they have some kind of agreement behind the scenes with Ripple and Coinbase, and they all know what's going on. That is the only explanation for this happening, guys, because this is highly... this is so very bad. They would never do this without an agenda, because it's very, very bad. They would be caught and they would have big problems with this, guys. But now, because there is a hidden agenda, there is something behind it. There is a reason for doing this. That is why this is permissible, right? There is no other explanation as to how such a large entity can behave like this. There is no explanation, okay? I want you to understand that, guys. Here we can see new DLT pilot regime arrives in Luxembourg. On March 23, 2023, both the DLT pilot regime and the blockchain law 3 will become applicable. Look how they are preparing, guys, exactly at the same time that we have the whole crisis here. Look at this. Excellent exchange of views with Chris Larsen, looking forward to the further development of Ripple in Luxembourg and Europe, right? They know that this stuff is going to take over, guys. Regulation on a pilot regime for market infrastructure based on distributed ledger technology will become applicable. The DLT pilot regime will be the first applicable EU text focusing solely on the impact of distributed ledger technology on financial markets. Now, they would never do something like this if XRP was maybe a security, even if it's just in the United States. There is a risk doing this, right? But still, companies do not care if XRP or Ripple is in a lawsuit. They just don't care, guys. And you have to understand, that is why I'm telling you, Brett Garlinghouse could easily move out of the United States. Why are they not doing that? Because they already reached an agreement. They already have a mission there. And it's not just winning the lawsuit, guys. It's way bigger than that. Here you can see, guys, in this video, you can see how large XRP has become in South Korea, its major exchanges, where you can see, look at how the Korean currency is being transferred like crazy. Can you see that, guys? This is how it's being transferred and being bought. Very, very interesting. These are very interesting times, guys. It appears the XRP buyback is morphing into a bank. Looks like participants would still be sending their XRP. Let's take a look, guys, what this guy is saying.
It seems like where most people would like this to go is not to basically sell it to the government in a buyback type of thing, but to basically collateralize a new bank, call it the People's Bank, not to sound like communist China. It's the People's Bank, and then use the value of those assets to basically draw down fiat and then do mortgages and stuff, exactly. And because this bank is more liquid because it's got the XRP, you can do things. So, one thing you could do, is have a group of people come to an agreement that the fair market value of XRP is very high. Let's say $10,000. We could all come together, put our $10,000 tokens into a new entity, collateralize it, then use fiat loans against our XRP to go acquire gold and bring gold into the bank. And now all of a sudden, when the collapse finally occurs, who's left standing with the gold and the XRP?
Listen, guys, so I want to make a few comments on this, because a lot of people still think that the buyback is a real thing. They're sending this guy his XRP because he's promising them stuff. Listen, no one knows what is going to happen and how it's going to happen. I just want you to understand that, guys. We know that XRP can reach a very high value, but what this guy is saying is so crazy that you shouldn't be listening to this. You shouldn't even be focusing on $10,000 a coin. That's not what you should focus on, guys. Focus on, let's make sure XRP gets to $50 or $100, right? That would be a very nice target. That's, how much is that? Like times 100, times 200? Isn't that enough to become wealthy? Why is this guy talking about 10K, guys? That would not make sense, and I'm serious, right? I really know and believe that XRP is going to be of high value. But what this guy is saying is just crazy. It's making people just buy 100 XRP thinking they're going to be rich. Guys, don't think like that, please, because it's very bad for you in the long run, right? So just use your own brains and don't believe all this, because he's just painting out scenarios that are very unlikely to happen as how he is describing this, right? Like he wouldn't be saying it in public if he really knew something like this. to start with. So please use your own brain, think for yourself, and focus on that $50 or $100 mark. That would be enough, guys. That would be enough. So Mike Novogratz always seems to have information about what is going on with regulators before we do. This is very interesting, guys. Let's take a look.
It'll burn through, and the faster.
And what about the fight between the CFTC and the SEC? Because that needs to get resolved for everybody, right?
Yeah, I think that's on hold for a while. They're both like, we never said that. You know, listen, they were both very, very close with Sam, and again, you know, a lot of people were, and a lot of people got snookered, but Sam was negotiating to pretty much have dominance of a cash exchange that the CFTC regulates. And, you know, the SEC was going to bless that as long as they got to do, you know, non-Bitcoin and Ether. And so there was this negotiation going on that was this close to getting done. And so I think they're both just trying to stay as far away from it as possible and to be as tough as they can right now. It'll burn through. And
very interesting how he's just saying that, like almost like he knows that, right? So that's very interesting, guys. Just want to show you that. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Cheers.